In this episode, we will be riding on the Gobi Desert Road to catch a glimpse of the endangered wild horses in their natural sanctuary. Be enthralled by the ghost city, petrified woods, and unforgettable colorful rock formations.
It's going to get wild on the Gobi Desert Road. Now, we have left the comforts of the town from Jingmusar to Chitai, and we're going to head further up north, where this is nature reserve Kalamaili, and there's beautiful Schwarzkopf horses and wild asses that roam freely. And there are fossils from ancient sea creatures to prehistoric trees to be found. Not forgetting Wutaicheng, where it's a colorful rocky formation. I'll tell you, you have to buckle up for a good time with me as we head on adventure on the road. Oh.
Xinjiang means new frontier. With only 4.3% of the land here habitable, the inhospitable desert reigns supreme. Most of northern Xinjiang is semi-arid, including desert and semi-desert, which means the climate is extreme. Winter temperatures dip to a frigid -40 degrees, while in summer they can be a scorching 50 degrees. The bare-bones survival kit that we brought includes tons of water, tubes of sunblock, umbrellas, and shade. Once in, you are on your own. Both a scary and thrilling notion.
You know, so many times when you go out traveling, you have a list. Where to go, what to do. Perhaps you want to see ocean, you want to see the forest. But just sitting here, just looking at the blue sky and the vast expanse of this plain, just tells me this is enough.
The largest desert on the Asian continent, the Gobi sits in both China and Mongolia. Gobi means waterless place in Mongolian. Comprised of barren expanse of gravel plains and rocky outcrops, this is totally unlike the sandy Sahara that I had in mind. Besides being a treasure trove of fossil skeletons and petrified wood, it's home to many exotic creatures.
This might look like a random piece of rock, right? But I tell you, it is not. Now, this over here combines with this, and it joins up to this, and all the way, you can see that. This is actually part of a massive, huge pine tree that probably existed during the prehistoric time. Do you know, this is actually living proof that this entire landscape was just green, lush, and fertile, and gorgeous, and, well, dinosaurs used to roam. I can just imagine. Today it just stands as a witness to the stories of the times that we could never go back to. But, you know, everything is impermanent, right? It changes.
The best environment for preservation is an isolated and dry desert. Between 100 and 200 million years worth of dinosaur bones and Jurassic trees have established themselves here. But it's not for everyone. Traveling can be costly, with the rental of a vehicle and driver at $200 USD per day. Remember to pack your sleeping bag, but take refuge in the car when a storm hits, as winds are ferocious here.
The only way of getting out here is really by your own car. I mean, there are no tour buses, and there's nothing to buy for miles and miles. So you have to prepare your own lunch as well, which is what We did. Hello, boys. Hey. 大家都在吃啦。哇，以上的南跟咸菜。Lunchtime now. 好。Come on, crew, let's have some food. 这是全部都是本地产的，对吗？这大辣椒 ，got tomatoes. I love these 咸菜，哈哈，还有鸡蛋，哇，好丰富。这有黄瓜很爽。来，看友们，好吃吗？你们通常就是一年出来玩几次呢？
想出来就出来了嘛。
想出来就出来。
一般100多次呢。
100多次，哇！新疆有这么多好天气，对吗？对，不错不错。
Savor some outdoor dining by parking your car just about anywhere. We feast on a largely Central Asian diet influenced by the nomadic lifestyle. The naan bread might be simple, but great company in an epic landscape like this might only come once in a lifetime.
We just checked out the archaeological fossils back there. Now we're back on the road. We've got 30 more kilometers and we're going to head to Chitai's Ghost City. And that one I'm really excited to see what it's like. Because I heard it's beautiful. The Gobi is such a huge, vast desert. And we're so impressed. Our group has been taking about 1,000 pictures. It's amazing when you can see nothing, it just brings you so much joy. Because there's just too much things in the city. I realized quickly when I knew I should that the whole was made up of a brotherhood of man. For whatever that means. And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream for top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say, everybody, hey, 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 hey. I said, hey, what's going on? Okay, guys, we got 30 more kilometers. We're gonna be there. Ghost City.
After 20 kilometers, we're a little surprised when the car in front of us stops. It seems like nature has other plans.
We've been bouncing on the road, now everyone stopped off. 现在发生什么事了？
前面路已经断了还有个10公里左右啊，我们现在过不去了，现在
走不动了啊，
走不到了。
哎呦 So we can't go to Chitai's Ghost City because yeah, the roads are really bad. We were like bouncing. 刚才真的是颠，好颠。
路不好走。
对对，真的不好走。那我们有别的计划吗？
我们现在到小魔鬼城去了。
小魔鬼城。
我们看一个小魔鬼城。
也不错，也一样吗？
一样，风景都是一样的。
可是比较小，
规模小一点。
好。
For countless centuries, crustal movements, extreme desert temperatures, and angry winds have whipped these rock surfaces, sculpting this barren land. Known as Ghost City, these landforms are formed of layers of different sedimentary rock. During the Earth's plate tectonic movements, it was exposed, creating mysterious-looking labyrinth.
Listen. Can you hear that? It's the sound of the wind. Locals don't call this place Ghost City for nothing. I mean, it sounds a bit spooky, but these ferocious winds have been picking up sand for centuries upon centuries upon centuries, and that's how they shape these rocks. Look at that. It looks kind of sturdy, but I can just pluck one off right there. Look at that. It's so easily crumbled. And this is all sculpted by Mother Nature through the hands of time, just weathered. Not much can exist in this place.
Our next stop, we head eastwards from Chitai Ghost City, shaking off the eerie vibes to kickstart an extraordinary adventure of a two-humped furry kind.
Giddy up, horsey! We're going onwards and forwards, and we're going to be getting on the Gobi Desert Road, looking for some awesome, spectacular desert creatures. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait for that to happen. Oh, it's going to get wild! Woo!
These were the heroes of the ancient Silk Road. We're visiting a Kazakh nomad family in Mule, who've been herding camels for almost 200 years. This certainly feels like the adventure of a lifetime for me.
I mean, there's no other way to enjoy the Gobi Desert Road except being on the back of the pickup truck. This is my director. Hi. And this is director Sis. Of course, we cannot forget the man who's most important for the shoot.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me help you. This is brilliant. How does it feel? Good.
The tourist industry is still at its infancy, so this is not a ready-made package. But given time and planning, a local tour operator can make this work for you. It's hard to get your bearings right in this desolate area, so only go for local professional drivers from Mule.
It is fantastic. Oh my goodness, finally. Oh, they're beautiful. You can really smell them. You know, we've been sitting in the back of the pickup truck and it was super fun. And really, it's part of the journey. I mean, we were like, okay, this is enough. We don't actually really need to see camels. Well, I'm just lying. But you know, that whole process was just beautiful. I really recommend you get a pickup, an SUV. But right now, this is just amazing. Are you going to cry? I saw them running. Oh, they're so mythical. Look at that. And there, that guy owns the camel. The guy with the cap, that's his camels. Look, let's come closer. Oh, 干嘛？不好。Good, no. Good, good. Okay.
Balance, muy bad. Balance.
As the mother calls her young to turn back and an ominous impending rain looms, I reflect on how caravans with 200 camels took 9 months to cross the desert back in the old days.
然后它的眼睫毛就是非常长的，它是特别是这种骆驼，对吗？哦，可以看到现在很长哎。冬天会更长。哦，现在已经剪了。到多长就整个都看不到，就遮上眼睛。防雨。这只是在中国木垒这边有吗？一帮朋友回来了，他在找他朋友。看那个。
Coming up next, we head to Kalamaili Nature Reserve to mingle with the endangered wild horses that are even rarer than the pandas and learn about animal conservation.
This is Mr. Chu, and he's a gem of a find. We found him online, and he's brilliant because he knows everything there is to know about Kalamaili Nature Reserve, and he so graciously agreed to take us along and show us around in his turf. And we've arranged to meet not too far from just up the street, so I'm excited to see what he's like.
See the license plate 6371. I think that's him. That should be Mr. Chu. That's him waiting on the side. 师傅可以靠边吗？我看那个就是朱先生了。That's him. That's him. Great. Let's go and say hi. Can't wait. There. Oh, he's right on time. Hi, 你好.
We're on a mission to see the Schwarzschild horses. Some 30,000 years ago, this was their original habitat. Rarer than a giant panda, with less than 1,000 roaming the earth, and most of them kept in foreign zoos, you feel like it's a real honor to see them in their natural habitat. This is the last species of wild horse left in the world, named after Nikolai Schwarzschild, a Russian explorer who first described the horse in 1881. They disappeared from China in the 60s, the victims of ruthless poaching.
What's the name of this highway?
It's called National Road 216.
Where does it start?
It's from Altai to Urumqi. We just now inside the Kalamaili Ungulated Nature Reserve.
Yeah. Is there life around here? I mean...
Yeah,
yeah, the wild horses.
Releasing. And Pulan, wild donkey.
And the wild donkey.
yeah.
What else?
And and wolves.
And what else can you do there? Can you, I mean, besides seeing these beautiful animals, like
you can go walking, hiking, and for camping.
Camping as well.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're my guide. Fantastic! I cannot wait.
But first, Mr. Chu wants to show me a miracle of a natural heart wonder in the desert that soothes and naturally heals.
Look.
Okay.
We're here.
Where's this?
Guhai hot springs.
There's a hot spring in the desert.
Really?
How did you discover it?
It was discovered by the local Husky people. When they use it, they found their skins becoming better and healthy.
Oh, and it looks like a resort, actually.
It's really a resort, and a lot of visitors coming here to enjoy the hot springs.
A mere 2.5-hour drive from Urumqi, lots of visitors from the capital city check in here for the weekend. Accommodation is relatively affordable, but we have an important mission at hand. It's nearly sundown, and we have no time to spare.
Oh, it's getting late, but we have to get back on the road. Thanks for showing me this place.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, you're very kind.
The Wild Horse Research Center is not open to the public. However, if you're serious and responsible enough, you can write in for a special permit. Mr. Chu tells me that the center has developed into the largest of its kind in Asia. The survival rate of the wild horse has risen from 25 to 89%. I'm now just one step closer to seeing these creatures.
Hello. Hi. Hello. Great, this is your animal
This is our conservation center for the monitoring the piranha.
So all these guys are doing the good work. Hey, how are you? Hi.
This is the place where we introduced the Schwarzschild horse, and this is quite a big area, and we got several waters around, so this is a water-rich areas, and the vegetation is pretty good, so compared to other places. And this is pretty far from the road, so horses are safe from those people's harassment.
Well, we're hoping to see some of these species tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. You get the chance.
He has binoculars, but I'm sure we're in good hands. So we hope to see some wild horses.
Right. Just ask Mr. Chu, he knows everything.
Dusk and dawn make for stunning photographs in this area, but I have only one thing on my mind. My imminent encounter with a Schwarzschild horse. These creatures are seriously endangered, and their future rests heavily on the shoulders of Mr. Chu and his colleagues.
Can't wait.
In 1985, the Schwarzschild horse's reintroduction program was initiated to coincide with the creation of Xinjiang Wild Horse Breeding Center. At 14,000 square kilometers, that's almost the size of the Bahamas, this is one of the largest nature reserves in China. So I have some serious doubts about spotting any of the horses.
它的野马的故乡就是在这个地方，所以说我们在上个世纪80年代从国外，从几个国家吧，分别从美国、德国、荷兰这些国家引到我们国家来的。
现在总共的马就是有几匹？
我们现在野外放野的马是总只数量接近90匹。
Where there is water, there is life. One of the best ways to study and trace any animal is to head for its drinking source.
我们到了这个水源地，这个水源地应该是野马和野驴都在用，当然包括是鸟。现在你看有好多印子，对不对？这是比较旧的，那个是相对新一点的，这个最新的是在这个。最新的，你看这是新印子，今天早上过来的新印子。
这是拍他们喝水的过程是吧？对，就是要冲。
Kalamaili Nature Reserve is a paradise for many exotic animals, but in this vastness, it's just so hard to gawk at them. But I feel like a spy with a front row seat. It is exciting to see these animals, apparently without a care in the world. Day and night, their movements are meticulously recorded as scientists try to decipher just what motivates them.
So this is the video that we just took at the waterhole, and you can see that having a camera trap is really great because the horses don't know that you're there. You can see a lot of the horse's behavior right now. You can see the horse in the back is lying down, playing in the mud, and the entire herd has come in and they're all drinking.
The pictures and videos fueled my anticipation. According to Mr. Chu, the horses have a few favorite spots of their own, and that's where we're headed to.
什么这屁股后头，你看，往这都卧着呢，你看。 7个大的，1个亚成，3个小的。
哦，我们可以近一点还是？
可以。
I'm not quite sure if you're comfortable with this distance, but for now it seems okay. You can see over there. There's a little baby. See the baby? Small. They're so small. Their necks are so thick. Can we come closer? Let me get comfortable. 我们近一点吗？可以吗？
可以，慢慢走。
慢慢走。OK。我们真的现在有没有500米？现在500米。
93米就不。
93米 ，OK。93 meters。那个公马先生在看大家了，你看他现在在看大家，我们全部人都在后面，他现在在看着。
是。
他现在动了，他们全部都跑了，对吗？
赶紧抓吧。
But here we have a relationship with them. You know, they're observing us. They're moving according to, you know, what we're doing, and they're really like noticing. You know, they're giving us attention and awareness. And now they've all gone. 他们现在走了，对吗？
现在就是等于逃离你的视野。
This is my first time observing any type of animal in the wild, let alone an endangered species. We were so involved in the chase, I can hardly process the magnitude of the sightings.
3个。
对。
羊非常警觉。
There's gazelles all out there. It's like a manic chase. The moment they hear the car come in, they run as fast as they can, and then they sort of suddenly stop, and then they're kind of just parallel, just ahead of us.
2公里以外。
The black-tailed gazelle is highly elusive, but even more difficult to spot is the speedy and notoriously untamable Asiatic wild ass. This endangered animal, more horse than donkey, can race at speeds of up to 70 kilometers per hour. After driving around for 4 hours, we almost gave up hope. These creatures run for their lives when they pick up an unfamiliar sound even 3 kilometers away.
我们可以去看他们吗？还是太远了？走吧。
我们先走。
But something fortuitous happens. We chance upon a crossing. For all the green messages about the protection of our great biodiversity, the urgency now feels truly personal. Seeing the Schwarzkopf horses and other endangered animals has been a truly unforgettable experience for everyone in the crew. Coming up next, we visit the Wild Horse Breeding Center for an unforgettable close encounter and bow to a kaleidoscope of geological greatness in Wutaicheng. Located on the National Highway 216, a 2.5-hour drive from Urumqi is the nerve center of the conservation efforts. The 600-hectare breeding center doubles up as an ecotourism center. Its success rests with a scheme by which the horses are released in stages, from a smaller enclosure to a larger one, and finally into the wild. With temperatures as low as -40 degrees in winter here, the horses are released in spring to acclimatize and learn how to search for food and water.
含耐力比较不同的是，就是这的野马比较亲近人，没啥问题。
喂吗？
对，可以喂，也可以摸。
The horses, so beautiful. Oh my gosh, we're so close. Hello.
The Schwarzkopf horses are the world's last remaining species of wild horse. They're more stockily built compared to the domesticated horses. I could not make out their features standing from a distance in the nature reserve, so this is a unique opportunity to have that chance. These horses pack power in their 300-kilogram faintly striped bodies and legs, and here they're unbelievably affectionate towards humans. Though I prefer them running wild, breeding them is necessary for the survival of the species. We bid farewell to our furry friends and make our way towards Wutaicheng that promises to be a kaleidoscope of geographical magnificence. It literally means 5-colored city, and I'm really excited at the thought of seeing this enigmatic landscape.
How long have we got before we reach Wutaicheng?
Nearly 60 kilometers.
Yeah? Okay, like about an hour?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. The landscape is really changing.
So don't close your eyes. We feel like almost the only people in this part of Xinjiang. As the further we head out, the more sparsely populated it becomes. The roads are smooth though not well paved. All in all, the conditions are ideal for a true off-road adventure. I enter a space of magnificent red earth with coal that's been colored by nothing but solar power. In the early 20th century, people in Lubnor discovered a similar rock formation and called it Yardan. which means steep mount in Uyghur. It's a term that's still used today by local and foreign geologists and archaeologists.
Look, we are on the top of the colorful city.
Goodness.
See from the colors?
Oh, it's so different from here.
Fantastic.
Look at the colors all across. It looks so different. Oh, the sun just hitting on that, all that gorgeous color palette. This is what God had intended the world to be like.
Yeah.
Right?
Credit God or nature for this. Besides the strong winds, there's rain. When it comes, it's torrential and brings flash floods, eroding the loose earth and fashioning this unique landform. Here, you have an unobstructed view with little human activity. Dusk and dawn make for the most stunning shots. Factor in time on the road before it gets dark, or stay in the years 1 kilometer from this site, all part of Xinjiang's nomadic charm.
We've experienced the wild beauty of the camels and horses, been humbled by this immense diversity of the landscape. From the ghost city to the kaleidoscope of colors here in Wutaicheng, this part of Xinjiang is simply stunning, and we'll be heading up deeper north on our adventure. So see you on the road.